There are several habits make the development of your research career immature and turn your life into a toxic cycle of work on daily basis. Let's go through some of these bad habits that successful researchers make sure to break them consistently every time they find themselves practice these habits again. My name is Hana Hakami. I am a mother of 2 lovely children, and I carry a master's degree in physiology and developmental biology and a PhD in cell biology. Myself, I have been working for several years toward building a solid research career, creating a productive researcher out of myself, based on gaining knowledge and polishing successful research skills, in addition to be a sustainably productive researcher. The past 15 years, I have traveled and moved to different places, seeking to be a successful researcher. So far, I have learned there are bad habits. You may find yourself doing them and practicing them unintentionally, and those habits do not help you to go to anywhere and destroy your dream to be a happily living researcher. They simply toxify your life, in which I'm going to cover 5 of them in this episode. So let's start. Habit 1. The habit of losing the focus on the main research project goals and being easily distracted by everything comes up on the research experiment designing and their results, as well as being distracted by saying yes to everything. Some researchers, especially young ones, get quickly deeper and deeper digging in their research field, and then guess what? They become lost in the details of their research project and required experiments to validate the hypothesis that their research project main goals were built on. And by the end of year or even several years, they end up with no data or very little data, apart and far from each other, and they cannot stand coherently together to support any solid scientific fact or lead to any strong evidence based on the collected and analyzed data. Therefore, on a monthly, if not even a weekly basis, successful researchers review their research work and the directions of their collected data. They evaluate the leads of their data and if they deserve to go toward a certain direction. If so, they specify these digging in deeper, which will serve the overall image in the frame of original scientific research exploration and big findings. If the new leads are too far from standing toward making a strong progress, so they stop and maybe step even back and redirect their research work. Excellent researchers know there is always a bunch of good research ideas and data leads, but only a few of them deserve to prioritize and say yes to go for them. Habit 2. Being workaholic. Being workaholic. Let's see which one is that. It's being workaholic.
Being workaholic.
Yeah. Being workaholic. I like that. You may think being in your research lab and work office all the time and spending all your energy in work, i.e. being workaholic, make you a successful hard-working researcher and a diligent student. This is not true. Already a significant number of research studies has showed and confirmed the fact that long hours at work do not make you more productive. Even that, the opposite will happen. Working for long hours every day reduces being productive and creative. Actually, setting daily goals in terms of personal care and out of work happiness, like spending quality time with friends and loved ones, feeds your being productive. So, successful researchers are working on breaking this cycle of overworking habits. They always make the rebalance of living to achieve their professional goals. Habit number 3. The habit of sleeping less to finish the planned work for the day. Being sleepless will impair your judgment and performance. If you don't sleep well for one day to just finish that work day as planned, that will affect your progression for the following days of that work week. Being undersleep consistently will burn you out eventually and may even reduce your lifespan. Don't kill yourself by postponing or reducing your sleep time and hours. Successful researchers for long term take the night and use it to sleep, and when it happens that they cannot take it for a good sleep quality, they make sure to recharge on the next day. You need to learn, dear young researcher, that unfortunately there is no makeup for a lost night sleeping hours. But the good news that there is a makeup chance to recover from being sleepless for one night on the day right after it. Therefore, successful researchers do not allow themselves to cycle over and over in the habit of being sleep deprived. Habit number 4. The habit of postponing organizing the workspace and documenting the work has been done. Finish a working day without organizing the workspace and use research materials. Then start with a new day without organizing the workspace and planning properly the new work day, plus catching up on writing and document what has been done the day before. This will lead to a big mess. This habit, I call it being a messy researcher, and the habit of hoarding materials on your bench without effectively using them and analyzing the data came out of them. Finishing a research workday and starting a new one without cleaning, without organizing, without documenting and decluttering the research workspace is basically the habit of making your research project development out of control. It is basically the habit of making the research work day control you instead of making yourself control your research work day. This habit will lead to forgetting your work details and losing how you set every experiment to make it consistent if you want to repeat it. Then so what? That means you keep your data not well documented and organized, so the productivity will be reduced because you basically have to repeat everything or write everything not in the best it has to be. So no good reference for your hard work. In addition, this habit will let you feasibly get overwhelmed with the research work volume and run your workday feeling there is a lot you have to do and take care of, which will put you under more stress, perhaps even feeling lost and needs help or extra time to finish your day work. Successful researchers sense when the day start to finish and put a clear vision if they could finish what they have planned for that day or not. When the day is about to finish and they see clearly they cannot execute the full plan of that work day when it's come closing to the end of the working hours, they take the initiative to replan the whole week. Accordingly, they sit and replan the next following day to make up the work of that day, but not planning to overwork. They may cancel least important events or things they can be postponed or can be reduced or shortened. So before they finish their work day, they organize their workspace, their work plan for the next day. So when they start a new day, they have a clear vision, they feel safe within their own plan setting, tidy working space, clearly organized research materials, and well documented research data. Successful researchers work on finishing up every work day in the best organized shape possible and start the next day fresh and make it a better day. Habit 5. The habit of rushing to obtain results, wanting big results too quickly, then deciding to overwork will let you easily make big mistakes, have a lot of faults, and conducting incompletely designed research work and false data collection or analysis. I have seen several graduate students rush to perform experiments and run huge research data collection and a significant amount of research work, missing basic research elements or factors like important controls for their collected data, or even mislooking in the literature, using the right keywords to find an existed data in the literature benefit their research work and experimental design and analysis as well. Successful researchers avoid rushing to conduct any research or judge any collected data before fully and wisely analyzing them in the correct method fits them, suitable for them. These were 5 bad habits successful researchers on the long term work consistently on breaking them and remove them out of their daily life. There are actually more bad habits toxify your life as a researcher and hold you back from being productive. I will make sure to cover them in future episodes. We came to the end of this episode. Please, if you like it, give it thumbs up, share it, write in the comment section what you like the most about this episode and what you would like me to cover in the next episodes. Subscribe to my channel and thank you for watching. Please take care. Goodbye.